Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for August 2025. And what we have got for you today is something special. We've got two players making their Masters debuts facing off in round one. It's going to be the yellow bracket. And this is just the first thing of what it's a long Tetris day. It all just sort of like, I don't know what Crytical and Zempro. I was like, oh, Friday and Saturday, not much going on. Now, Friday, that was like last night. I wake up, Friday and Saturday are packed with Tetris. Can't wait. But anyway, yeah, debut for two players facing off in round one in our yellow bracket. It's going to be Zrobot. I always want to say Z-Robot, but it's Zrobot. Thanks a lot for that. I'm going to enjoy saying that the whole time. But yeah, Zrobot making, I think, his online tournament debut. He's played in multiple regional live tournaments and in Tetris friendlies, but I don't think Zro has played in an online tournament. So this time it counts. You're online, everything counts. So Zro making his Masters debut, and another player making their Masters debut. It is Evesy, the recent winner of Classic Tetris UK 2025. Sorry for the spoilers, but Evesy was the winner. Evesy has not played in the monthlies yet. She's played in Mega Masters, but this is her first appearance in our monthly tournament, so pretty excited for that. The winner of this is going to face Critical Lapis in round two. And this will all lead into a match which we call the foregone conclusion, and that is Dan V in the top 16. So we know how that's going to go. So pretty much the winner of this is just waltzing right into the top 8. Pretty easy. I'm just kidding, Dan V. I love you. All right, so that is the first of what is going on today. We have a whole lot of other stuff, so you should pretty much just keep this channel on like the entire time, because right after this we are gonna do the red and pink top 16 match, solo match between Scooty and Tristop, and so that will go into a top 8 match, which will be resolved like later. Okay. That is going to happen like at 8:30 p.m. Texas time. So it's like wee hours of the morning for Europe. And then immediately after that, the Masters, well, not immediately after that, I'm sorry. That's going to happen, 5 p.m. So let me back up. Right after what we're doing now, yellow prelims, Scooty versus Tristop. Stay here for that. There's going to be a Tap Masters red and pink top 8. I'll show you that. Tap Masters, where is it? Top 8. Blue Scooty and Dog playing Tetris. That's going to happen at 8:30 Texas time. Okay, wee hours Europe. That is to determine who plays Joseph in Tap Masters. Okay, then we're going to go back to Masters, play that Knight versus Cobra top 16, and then the winner of that versus the winner of Blue Scooty and Tristop will face off to determine a semifinalist. So it's a lot of stuff. Just keep the channel on. Don't go away, and you will be happy. But anyway, right now, yes, it is indeed the yellow bracket, Zro versus Evie, winner versus Critical Lapis. Okay, let's take a look at our rules. Players, the rules. There are rules. And the rules are that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical, biological, turbo only. Level 18 starts all the way through. Level 39, super kill screen should be turned on. We will be uncapping the score, of course. This will be a best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match, so be prepared, players, to receive the seeds in the chat. Remember, you should not receive any in-game advice. So that means if you are playing your game, your mind is the only one that is involved in your game. Nobody in the room or in your headphones telling you how you should play your game or about your opponent's board state. Look out, or build out that left. None of that. And do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. If you experience technical issues, like issues with OBS or your internet, right? Just keep playing. Assume that your game is gonna count until you hear otherwise from me, right? Okay, so don't like pause and be like, we're gonna restart this, right? No, just keep playing and await further instructions, okay? Perfect. The winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which is not that high right now. Obviously very generous when people contribute to the prize pool, but right now we are far short of our $2,000 monthly incentive that will enable us to pay the top 8. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do it, and you must do it, because there's nobody else contributing to the prize pool. There's no sponsors, there's no endowment, there's nothing. It's just you guys are the sponsors. So contribute to the prize pool. Use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring us links, right? The link that says Masters or ME or whatever, something like that. That is the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. The top right-hand corner has a button that says log in. Click on log in, and you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. You don't need to make a separate account. Just click yes, log in with Twitch, and it logs you in, okay? If you're watching after the fact, you can go to go.ctm.gg/prize. And I must tell you, the prize pool in Masters is important. The Masters event is a marquee, a flagship event in the classic Tetris scene. If the prize pool for this goes down, who knows what happens to the classic Tetris scene, right? So let us get to that 2,000. Let's pay the top 8, just like Adam Irish has done, contributing 4040 to the prize pool to get us up to 35440. Thank you so much, Adam Irish. Very generous. Okay, good. So that is how to support the players, and the way to support the channel. That's something you need to do. No channel, no tournament, right? A lot of different ways. If you're on YouTube, you can use the what can you do? Oh, super chats, super stickers, super thanks. You can become a channel member. You can gift a channel membership. You can gift multiple channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you've got bits, you've got subs. You can gift a sub. You can gift multiple subs. You can use your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub over on Twitch. And another way to make an ongoing show of support for this channel is to go to patreon.com/monthlytetris. It allows you to make an ongoing pledge of support on an annual or monthly basis that keeps this channel going. So again, no channel, no tournament. It's just a fact. So if you want these tournaments to keep happening, find a way to support us. You got other options using the support command in chat as well. And thank you to everybody who's supporting us on Patreon, everybody on this screen. And a big shout out to Scott Gray, Jane the Widow, Canine Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mila, and Jason. I got a couple more to add to this. I keep saying that, and I'm just like, oh crap. But I'm streaming. I'm like, I should have added them, but I keep forgetting. So I'll write it down, I promise. But anyway, yes, thank you to everybody for supporting us. I think that is good for now. I'm going to go ahead and get us over to our messy play scene. I will adjust all the stencils and get all the thingamabobs ready to go. So, I mean, look at this. We got a 9-year-old kid on stencil. What the heck? How do we have adults that cannot get on stencil, and yet this 9-year-old is on stencil? What the actual heck? All right, so let us go ahead and get this whole thing going. I mean, what the heck? Yeah, stencil. That level is cut off a little bit. Well, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. He's better than most of you. I mean, like better than Torja for sure. Torja has worse than Torja doesn't even care about stencil. He's just like, yeah, Vandy will do it, whatever. Which is like, you know, Andy's attitude for years. Finally got him to do it. But yeah, let's go ahead and, you know, he did a fine job on this stencil. So let me go ahead and I'll just make the last moment adjustments for him. Yeah, actually, no, it was not really all that cut off. It was fine. It was just my fault mostly. It's fine. We can see Tetris. That's what matters. All right, and then we'll get Evesy. And you're on your, Evesy, you're on your, yeah, Martz is still not on Stencil. Evesy, I need to refresh, I think. There we go. All right, then we got Evesy camera. We'll get all that going, and we will be set. And players, I'm going to go ahead and give you pieces in the chat. So you should be putting these pieces, because we are using same piece sets. You should be getting ready to put those in the chat. All right, 2 debuts. All right. And by the way, YouTube, look. The kid's dad is in the background watching, sitting on a chair, okay? Hey, kid's dad, if you approve of your child being in this tournament, hit thumbs up or just thumbs up to the camera. Like literally say, put your thumb up if you approve. Put your thumb up if you approve. Let's see. Oh, I guess he doesn't approve. All right. Well, zero is out of the tournament. All right. There you go. He waves. He says, I approve. Okay. YouTube, please let me. All right. Good. See, thumbs up. Perfect. All right. Now let me keep my comment section, guys. Okay. I should just put a dad cam like right on there. Should I just put a dad cam right there? Maybe. Maybe I'll put the dad cam. Let me duplicate it. Paste reference. Let's see. Dad cam on the screen. Can I do that? Where did that go? Here it is. I'm putting the dad cam. I gotta protect myself, man. I don't have any money, so if YouTube comes after me, I don't. All right, here, dad cam on the screen. Where should I put it? There you go. There's the kid's dad right there, right on him. All right. There it is. There he is. Dad, don't get up. You can't even use the bathroom, Dad. All right. That's the dad. He approves. All right. Perfect. All right. Zro, it is time to put the pieces into the chat because we have got to start. So this is what we call the seed checker. FA9, F9 for Zro. Dad capture. It is time. Warm up is done. Okay. Looks like both players FA9, F9, 4. Both players are ready. CTM Masters event, August 2025. The debut of 2 exciting players. Let's go ahead and get them started, and we will tell you all about it. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Zro and his father, Duke, who is approving of and monitoring all activities. Right there, a kid and his dad, all right? Don't at me, YouTube or Twitch. And yes, it is Zro making his, I believe, online competitive debut. Now, Zro, of course, the youngest max outer, I believe. Is that the case? correct me if I'm wrong, qualified into this tournament with a 1.19 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1 hour qualifying period. Also, youngest rolloverer, gotta be. Got a PB of 1.74 million very recently. That is a top 52 score, which is pretty good. You've seen Zro really take the classic Tetris scene by storm. A lot of interest in his rise as he continues to improve. And something must be wrong because he's not posted a PB in like 2 weeks. That's what somebody in chat said. So I stole that joke. But anyway, this is the debut in the Masters event for Zro of what is hopefully a long career. Now you've seen Zro in various regionals throughout the last year, including Genesis X2 in the silver bracket in Portland. They had their own like non-Jonas Cup, non-main event regional, and in the Washington regional, where, should I mention this, Zro beat his own dad in a Tetris match. So, you know, I mean, it's not the best if you're the dad, but you got to expect it, right? The student becomes the master. 132 for Zro, gets a Tetris 155. On the right side of your screen, it is Evesy, seed number 25, also making her Masters debut. Evesy qualified in with a 1.18 million, has an overall PB, this is breaking news, of 2.03 million. She messaged me in my channel yesterday. I was like, oh, you're gonna have to like update my graphics because I just PB'd. Oh no, I PB'd again. And so Evesy has broken the 2 million barrier just like in the last, I don't know, like 24 hours. So congrats to Evesy. Anyway, Evesy with that 2 million now is in the top 50 of high scores. 229 here for Zro. And he's trying to dig out of this whole thing. All right. He's getting out of here. He's in a dig. He's composed. Man, this is quite the dig here for Zro, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of it. Oh, the long bar for the dirty. It's going to bring it down for Rose. Oh, my goodness. Still not out of the woods yet. Still digging, but now the board much lower. So, oh, no, going to miss with that S piece. But I don't know. It's coming down. And that bar is going to help a lot. So it looks like he's got a path out of this. Evesy recently won the CTWC or CTUK or whatever it's called. CTUK Championship, a CTWC affiliate. Oh, dirty Tetris for Zro to cap off that down stack. So that was pretty good. S-spin, delayed burn. Nice. Evesy recently won CTUK just like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. It was not that long ago. It wasn't that long. Was it that long ago? It wasn't that long ago. Evesy also a one-time CTWC gold bracket player. Oh, the hang of the J piece for Zro. So he's got some diving board kind of strats to deal with, or he's just going to have to go up and get it. Nice spin there to take care of this. And Zro is out of this fairly quickly. So anyway, yeah, Evesy, you guys got to stop getting to these digs so I can like introduce you and tell everyone who you are. But anyway, Evesy one-time CTWC gold bracket, made her debut CTWC gold this year. Also played in Tap Masters in July of 2025 and took 13th in the one-day tournament that was put on by Pumpy Heart. So those are the players. That's enough. That is enough. 388 for Zro as we approach level 19. 532 for Evesy and Zro 391. Okay, Zro is set up for a dirty if he can get a bar here, and he gets the bar and he gets the dirty. He's at 419 now, on 19, and another dirty for Zro. Oh, and he's setting up for another one. Henry SEG with the 45-60 contribution. That's going to get us up to 400 even. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate that. Dirty Tetris for Zro. Evesy is on 19 at 569, so about a 100,000 point lead. I feel like Zro's just been in this interminable, I should say endless, because, you know, you don't want to use like, what is it, like 7th grade vocabulary? So we'll try to use, I don't know, endless seems like, 3rd grade vocabulary. So we'll do that. 536 for Zro, 632 for Evesy. And still about that 100,000 point lead. Now, here's the thing. Zro was playing up way high on the board for a long time. And so therefore, he's gotten like way ahead in lines. He's at 177, Evesy 161 when I started that sentence. And yeah, it's about a 16 line lead for Evesy. So Zro is, pretty far back in lines. So we'll see how that plays out as we hit the speed increases. First one's going to come in at level 29. And that is going to happen in about 40 lines for Zro. Tetris for Evesy, 781. All right, Zro finally, it feels like the first time he has like a normal, regular, column 10 well sloping stack. Like the first time in a long time. All right, Tetris Zro, 731, 814, Evesy. So this is pretty exciting. Two very intriguing, exciting players making their debut in the same exact match. I think that is very, very fun. Still about that 100,000 point lead for Evesy, and then, that same line difference. So they've really just been, keeping pace with one another the last several levels. Speaking of levels, 10 lines from now, Zro is going to hit level 29, where the speed is going to double. Oh, it's not top 16. Yeah, this is round 1. Yeah, sorry, I must hit the wrong button. This is round 1, not the top 16. All right, Zro is into 29, a bit high on the board. He's bringing it down. Okay, this board is coming down. Left side gets the bar. Okay. The bar goes in. What the heck? And he's going to build for a dirty Tetris and get it. 973 for Zro. And A15 max out for Evesy. She's on 29. And a Tetris for Evesy. A66 and a good board. Both players with good boards. Zro trying to fight this down, and oh no, and that is going to be a top out for Zro at 986. Evesy, you are good, and now that you have a 2 million, you have no reason to mullen ever again. You're like, oh, I can't, there's literally no reason ever to mullen again, unless you want to get like back-to-back rollover comp, I guess. I don't know, start a streak. You can mullen if you want to. It's fine. Okay. Where's my buttons? There's my buttons. All right, Evesy gets a button. Okay, new pieces incoming. Natural top out. Yeah, that is a natural top out. Yep, forget it. Evesy, all your stats are cooked forever. New pieces are here. Players C908FC. C908FC. That was a natural top out, Evesy. Sorry, that's going right in the books. That is going right in the stats. She couldn't even last like 6 rows high. 6 rows high on 29. Too hard. Vandy, flip the dad cam. Why do I have to flip the dad cam? I don't want to flip it. It's good. Keeping it just like that. All right, the pieces are in the chat, players. I don't know if someone C908FC. C908FC. Okay, both players are ready. They're on seed, and it's game number 2. Zro and Evesy. Evesy up 1 game to none. Mila says, love seeing the new faces in Masters. I agree. Regina Phalange subbed, by the way, with Prime 14 minutes ago. Thank you, Regina Phalange. And Andres Yegua with the Prime sub as well 16 minutes ago, and I missed it. You know, all the excitement of all these new players and all that, and I missed the contributions to the channel. But listen, this is like, when we're broadcasting, this is a one-man show, okay? We do not have this huge broadcast team, people running graphics. We have nothing, just me. I just got to do this. I got to read chat. I got to run ads. I got a lot to do, and you know, very limited mental ability to do anything. Okay, 71,000 for Zro. You know, someday we'll have a whole studio team. We'll have a budget. We'll have, I don't know, it'll be insane. Not today. We got to find sponsors. So if you're out there and you want to sponsor us, and you have like a ton of money, and you don't care if you get a return on that money, contact me. 142 for Zro, 188 for Evesy. When's the CTM compound being built? Yeah, we're gonna get Zuckerberg to buy like a whole neighborhood like he's doing. And it'll be the CTM compound. We'll have like 14 houses. It'll be amazing. Game Scout with the tier 1 sub says, thanks to Dog Watching Tetris for my sub gift. So thanks to Scout and Dog Watching Tetris. All right, let me go ahead and refresh one of our games here. Looks like it froze. All right, I think we're back. All right, we're good. 304 for Evesy, 291 for Zro. I think by the time, like, just as I was hitting the refresh button, it started moving again. Tetris for Zro. 337, 327. Evesy up high gets a Tetris. Scout with the $20 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you, Scout. Says, good luck, Zro. It's been an amazing journey since meeting you at Jonas Cup. Junior with the 1047 contribution says, let's go, Zro. So thank you, Junior, Scout, Henry, Adam, Irish, and also to Vasilis the other day, who accidentally contributed $11 to the channel, but meant it to go into the prize pool. You know, God forbid anyone support the channel. You don't want to... don't... Oh my God, what? I supported the channel? Oh my God, please help me undo this. All right, so I chucked the $11 into the prize pool on behalf of Vasilis. 400 for Zro, 488 for Evesy. JRHSK8 says, I wish my dad was present and monitoring all activity. Yeah, same. JRHSK8 has subbed to the channel. Thank you. With Prime. Appreciate that. Or JRH Skate, I think is what it is meant to do. Overshift of the Z piece for Zro. I think it's smart if you're, embarking on a Tetris career to have your name like start with one of the like Tetris piece letters like Z or S or T or whatever, because then you've kind of opened up some creative branding opportunities for yourself. It's very wise. 502 for Zro. 650 for Evesy. She's got room for 2 more Tetrises. Wouldn't quite be a 700K, but it'll be, pretty darn close. Tetris for Zro, 548. Evesy giving us a lot of pog faces for the thumbnail, so I appreciate that, Evesy. 698 transition for Evesy. That is huge. 572 for Zro. That is not a bad transition, but Evesy with almost a 700K is pretty crazy. Yeah, not even a 700K, Evesy. What the heck? Robin with the $20.69 contribution to the prize pool. That's going to get us up to 461.16. And Robin says, great game from Zro and Evesy. Thank you, Robin. Tetris Evesy 813. Zro trying to find something to tuck over on that right side, but ends up having to just cave in and chuck a piece over there just to bring this stack back down. My first ever contribution was ignored. I feel robbed. Maisie. Maisie claims to have contributed $10 and to have said, go Evesy live, but you can't prove it by me. 871. No, thank you, Maisie. Appreciate that. 907 for Evesy. 827 for Zro. Tetris Zro 789. 967 Evesy, still about 150,000 point lead or so. All right, nice little overhang there to keep that rest of that stack clean. And yeah, I'm just gonna spin a Z in there. Tetris Evesy, she's got the max on 25. They're just 2 lines apart. Zro with a Tetris 893. Another Tetris Zro 993, so he's just a few thousand points away from a max. There's a Tetris Zro. He's got the max A28 on 28. Tetris Evesy B75. So still about 150,000 point lead. So really they're having pretty similar post 19 phases here score wise. It was about the, just around the difference of when they transition. Okay, that's a 1.1 transition for Zro. Tetris for Zro into 20 or on 29. 1.2 for Evesy. There is a Tetris 1.28 transition in for Evesy. 1.3 now, still on 29. Cousin Avi has gifted a sub to Maisie. Thanks, Avi. All right, Zro trying to bring this down. Left side, okay. I mean, they had plenty of room to spare getting that J piece to the left. That was not, I mean, that was very fast. So good rolls. And a dirty Tetris for Zro, 1.2 now, level 32. Evesy, D42, and this looks like a top-out spiral. Can she even survive? The answer is no. So D42, that is the target for Zro. Needs to get to D43, basically. There's the bar, but how can he survive? Oh my goodness, gets the bar to the left. What the heck? How would this be even possible? And no, it is not possible. But a great game for both of these players. 1.3 for Evesy, 1.2 for Zro. Evesy gonna go up 2 games to none. Kid's fast. Okay, now players, you can take a moment if you need it, but here are the pieces. Pieces are 481862. Thank you, Joe, for the pin. Round 1, by the way, says Adam. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, if you need to take a break, you can. Now, Duke can never leave that chair, though. He has to sit there the entire time. Literally, I don't care how bad you have to, you're thirsty, you got to use the restroom. You can never leave. You must sit in that chair forever. That's it. He's sweating. He's sweating. He's like, oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta go. All right, looks like Eve's gonna take a little break there. That's fine. My favorite word for the toilet is latrine, says Tetris. Zro says, I'm also not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to talk? No, you can talk. Wait a minute, though. You can't talk, like, on screen? Like, you can't hear your voice on stream? Is that what it is? Oh, my goodness. All right, well, the pieces are here. 481862. It's hard because as a fan, sometimes I'd like to say nice burn or something. It's me, Duke. All right, this is Duke. Oh, got it. Yeah, you're not allowed to. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you have to be in the room. You're not allowed to talk. No coaching in the middle of a game. In between games, you can coach all you want, but in the middle, no. 481862. Both players are ready, so let's get them started in game number 3. Evesy up 2 games to none, so Zro needs to win to stay in. Guillaume Attard with the 3884. Thank you, Guillaume. That'll get us to 500 even. Oh, 3-2 Tetris, by the way. You're good. You can start. So appreciate that, Guillaume. 500 even is where we're at now. So Zro needs to win this one to stay in the, to stay in the match, stay in the tournament, try to make it out of round 1. Now, you're not supposed to win your first match in your CTM debut, right? You're not supposed to do that. And yet one of these players will do that. Tetris for Evesy, 71,000. 47,000. Zro. They're each going to Tetris. All right, keep those prize pool contributions coming, guys. It's a good time to do it. Oh, Zro setting up accidental 5-high Vits there. We'll see what he does to try to get out of this. And he's just going to chuck a long bar down that right side, and that is going to slow him down a bit. Not a cozy Vits. Yep. Somewhere, Jasmine is crying. Cousin Avi has gifted a sub to the chat. And it went to Dispalis. Thank you, Dispalis. Or thank you, Cousin Avi. And congratulations, Dispalis. More like it. Christopher W says, wait, Evesy hasn't been in CTM before either. Seen them a bunch too. Evesy does not have a lot of matches on Liquipedia, which is crazy to me. She's been in Mega Masters one time. She's been in Tap Masters recently. She won CT UK, but as far as CTM, at least top level, I don't know about low levels. It's just that Tap Masters and that Mega Masters. Yeah, Dan V noting that Evesy knocked Dan V out of the tournament, which I guess is not all that unexpected or impressive, but also knocked SV out of that CT UK. So that, you know, it's legit competition, at least one of them anyway. Oh, and Tugi? What the heck? 302 for Zro, 296 for Evesy. Zro working one row off the bottom, gets the dirty Tetris and another one. And he's building like right on top of that gap here. He's going to go for another dirty. And Evesy working one row off the bottom too, gets dirty, 355. There's one Zro, 395. This is a real lead for Zro right now. DMJ on YouTube says, one of these players will do better on their CTM debut than I have in like 5 appearances. DMJ, one of those players I wish could play more. You know, it's always good to see him at regionals and CTWC and all that, but only occasionally do we get him, at least over in CTM land, in Masters. Okay, a little spire here for Zro that he's going to have to dig out of. No good place for a square. 435 for Evesy, so this might allow Evesy to get back into a lead. And oh my goodness, all right, plenty of room for that square. Okay. Oh, Evesy gonna miss with that Z, so that could slow her down as she tries to catch up to Zro here. Zro is into 19, awkward board. $3 contribution from 52 Cannon. Thank you, 52 Cannon, $3. And that is a great contribution. And please, we could, if we got a ton of those, that would be great. Cannon says, good luck to both players. Evesy into 19. Zro still digging. All right, there's a long bar. That's going to burn one at least. Oh, no, that right side. That could be it. And Zro is going to top out at 506. The target for Evesy is 507. This is not assured by any means. Oh, no, and that left side for Evesy. This is going to be tough. So Evesy needs to find a way to dig out of this. She's not ahead. And that left side, no, that is going to be a top out for Evesy. And Zro is going to take game number 3 and continue on in this match. So Zro getting a gift from Evesy. Game Scout says Zro has plot armor. Zro's like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever. A win is a win. A win is a win. All right, players, there are new pieces in the chat. Paco's Taco says, Vandy, I like the scripts. Oh, thank you. 7DF99C. 7DF99C. Sky, thank you for the raid a few minutes ago. All right, looks like both players are on. See, both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 4, Zro versus Evesy. Evesy looking to win this one right now. Zro looking to force a deciding game number 5. And some blue pieces to start. Cousin Avi gifted a tier 1 sub to Hello Jasmine 5 minutes ago. I missed that, but thank you, Avi. Appreciate it. I'll try to catch up on those in between games. I can't always get them exactly real time, but I'll always try to catch up on them, guys. And thank you. Vandy, if I join the Patreon, do I get access to the script writing channel? You can write the script if it's high enough. You can write yourself into it. You can do a self-insert if you want to. Okay, 114 for Evesy, 119 for Zro. Yeah, just write yourself the win. It's good. All right, Nika has some advice for some of the players, how they can improve, all right? Nika19 on YouTube offering some coaching here. Tetris, Evesy, 213, 214 for Zro. I know, Josh. Dirty Tetris Zro, column 10. Yeah, he's going to build one over on the left. Try to see if he can get away with it. And yeah, he does. And perfect left well Tetris, no burn transfer to the column 10 well. What's up, Chess? All right, little square spire for Zro. No problem. Completes that Tetris well, gets the Tetris 330, 284 Evesy. They are 2 lines apart. Zro ahead by about a Tetris's worth of points. Tetrises on this level, everybody, are worth what? 22,800. Wow. Tetris facts and logic. Beating Tetris with facts and logic. Tetris Evesy 382, 403 for Zro. Gets a Tetris 425. Tetris facts don't care about your Tetris feelings. So stupid. All right, Tetris Zro 471 through 94. Tetris chatters get visibly agitated as Vandy calmly recites facts. That should be the clickbait headline. 541 for Zro, 498 for Evesy. Vandy confronts college students about Tetris facts. Shocking. Yeah, these are all very good headline ideas. 588 for Zro, 546 for Evesy. Tetris Zro 611. So assuming he gets to 19, he's gonna have a 600K transition. Evesy on pace for one as well. Here's Tetris Evesy, 7,000 away from that 600K transition. All right, he's having to take burns here. This is a little tiny bit complicated now. Nice flat T-burn, love that. Took me 47 years to figure that one out. And oh, the long bar Tetris for Zro. And another Tetris 685. Evesy in with the 600K transition as well. And kind of a high board 19. I mean, this should come down fairly easily. She's going to be fine. I don't want to commentate or curse it, but it looks good. I mean, a little bit I want to commentate or curse it, because imagine I had that power. I mean, I would want to know that. That would be amazing. Like, I wish I had that power. All right, long bar in for a split double for Zro. He is not messing around. He was going for that dirty. Had to settle for a triple, but he's going for another one. And there's a dirty for Zro. T-spin, what the heck, and a Tetris. Come on. All right, he takes that triple. He's still got that Tetris open, trying to keep it open. Still trying to keep it open. Still keeping it open. And yeah, I mean, weathering this drought, great, but man, real drought. Opens it up again. You just cannot get a well-timed bar or many bars at all. Finally, the double and the Tetris for Zro, 878. Evesy going to weather that drought well as well. So about a 73,000 point lead for Zro right now. Evesy going to Tetris, of course, Zro ahead, 5 to 10 lines, something like that. Nicholas with the contribution to the prize pool, $10, gets us up to 513. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate that. Tetris, Evesy, 976. Zro, A51. And just trying to take a good board, a good safe board into 29. He's not going to mess around, try to push it. He's at A61. T does not get over, but he's going to fix it with a T-spin and a triple there. Oh, sort of the same kind of situation, kind of under-tapping some of those pieces to the left and then having to fix it. B09 here for Zro. Evesy one. Okay, there it is. Tetris, Evesy max out into 29. Zro ahead by like 80,000 points, something like that. But also ahead by 12 lines. Tetris for Zro, B62. Another Tetris row, column 9, level 32. Evesy into level 31 now. Evesy getting set up. Zro with another Tetris. Evesy gets one. 150,000 point lead for Zro right now. Oh no, that stand-up of the J piece, that could be trouble. Oh, can't get the bar over. That is going to be a top out for Zro at C51. The target for Evesy is C52. And really just like a Tetris and then a lot of singling and doubling would get her there. So all that Zro can do is sit and watch her wait. And oh no! And Evesy is going to top out the Chasedown nerves, I think. No, stream delay. Oh, maybe stream delay, something like that. But that is a top out. And Zro is going to tie it. Oh, my word. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give that. And then I'm going to give the pieces. Just give me about 60 seconds, guys. I will be right back. But there are the pieces. But, oh, my God, we got a decider. Oh, we got like two. We got two kids and a dad. We got a whole family in the thing. We need to get more people with their families in the camera. The whole family. All right, I'll be right back. All right. I realized I had my door to my office. So nobody's home, but I had my door to my office open. And of course, my bellowing voice about max out and blah, 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 you know, is going to get through the front door into the hallway. So probably everybody in the hallway just like, what the hell is that guy screaming about? All right. 5. Uh-oh. Someone's about to get seed checked. And it's Zro.
You just got seed checked, bro.
Your seed is wrong. It needs to be 858. 58E 858, Zro. You just got seed checked. Oh my goodness. All right. It's all nerves. Cousin Ivy, thanks for the gift to Tetris Ranger. Let's go ahead and get both of these players ready. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 1. The winner of this moves on to round number 2, Zro and Evesy in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Seed checked with facts and logic. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it is a reverse. We're going to call it an upside down decider because I don't feel like, I guess I could turn it around. I think it's more fun to just leave it like that. All right. Wait, I like it that way. But obviously this is a non-alcoholic decider, of course. Well, the winner of this one single solitary game will move on to round 2. There's a Tetris Evesy 93,000, 94,000 for Zro. Both of these players attaining massive PBs in the previous months. Zro with that rollover and a 1.7. Evesy just like within the last, I don't know, 24, 36 hours, getting 2 million for the first time. Zro had set up a Vits. We're going to reset it back up. He's like, no, I want the Vits. But it's just not coming. So Zro forced to... Oh, no, he's not forced to do anything because... No, I thought he was going to try to build there. I think he's just kind of sort of build, like kind of halfway building where you're like, all right, well, there could be some possibilities. Oh, my goodness. Zro, what the heck? Okay, getting up a little high here. Long bar to the right. He's just going to chop this down bit by bit. He's just going to take the triple up this high, not messing around. Of course, that's not going to prevent him from messing around like 2 seconds later. And there it is, Dirty Tetris. Zro 255, 318 for Evesy. All right, Zro going for another dirty, and we'll get it. Nice little overhang setup for that S is set up for another dirty center well Tetris. Oh, nice combo burn there. Another Tetris for Zro. Column 4. 349 for Zro, so he's kind of closed the gap a little bit. Tetris Evesy 392. Set up in column 3, Zro gets it. And momentarily he's in the lead. And actually, I mean, pretty tied now. Or no, it's not tied. Sorry. I misread Evesy's line count. But it's really close. So yeah, Evesy's still pace leading. But it's a lot closer now. Tetris Evesy 487. And Zro really not placing, putting the well in any consistent place. It's kind of all over the place, but it's sort of working, at least for now. There he is, set up in column 10. Tetris gets over. And another one. 495, Zro. $556 Evesy, one line apart. So when they're one line apart, Evesy ahead by about 60,000. Just under 3 Tetrises. Zro going to Tetris into 19 at 542. And what an exciting debut match for both of these players, right? No matter how it goes, decider. All right, Zro gets that long bar over to the left. No problem. Going to miss with that T, though. Clears it away with little difficulty. Gets a Tetris 623. Oh, and he kind of missed the spin, but built an immediate Tetris on top of it. So pretty slick. And gets another dirty 677. Zro 682. For Evesy. Zro still one off the bottom. Evesy gets another one. Mr. Brain says, probably a lot of people watching this now didn't see when Quaid used to play, but he often stacked like this. Yeah, he stacked like this, but of course he was, DAS player. So wasn't able to really survive some of the adventures that he got into as a result of stacking like this. Branches says, is this Evesy's Masters debut? Yes, Evesy has played in Mega Masters and in Tap Masters, but this is her first monthly Masters. Tetris Evesy 832, 805 for Zro. Tetris Time in the chat. Hello, Tetris Time. Tetris Zro 877, Evesy 898. There's a Tetris Zro 909. He's got a small score lead, but again, he's ahead by 14 lines. Evesy's board up kind of high here, and she's got to bring this down. She's going to put that bar in there, take the triple. And she is clean now and gets a Tetris in column 10. On the bottom of the board, and another one, 983 for her, 982 for Zro. Zro gets a Tetris max out. He's on 28. He's going to try to get this stack into 29 shape. And he's into 29 at A29. Evesy 6 lines away. There's one Zro A75. There's one Evesy. She's 2 lines away from 29. And Zro just trying to add on points here, keep a good stack. And Evesy is in at A65, so pretty darn close. Now her stack is going to be a little tricky to maneuver here, but gets a bar. There's a triple. There's a Tetris Zro B74. He's ahead by almost 90,000, but he's also ahead by 12,000 points. Now it's only going to be a factor if we get close to 39, which we haven't really yet. So Zro ahead by 150,000 points, also ahead by 14 lines, something like that. He's set up again, but again, missed with that S piece. He's trying to keep that well open. He's got a buried Tetris, and that is going to be a top out for Zro at C67. The target for Evesy is C68. C68 is the target. Zro, all he can do is sit and watch and wait. He's done everything he can do. He's put his opponent in a position to have to chase down. We'll see what she can do. She needs to get to C68. That would seal it. Tetris is here north of 40,000, so a Tetris would get her very close. She does not necessarily have to get, well, I don't know. It's getting close. There is a triple. She's going to take a safe triple. A Tetris. Okay, now a Tetris would win it. She's going to take a triple, C43. She's going to pick and choose her time. Now she can, doubles and triples and this and that. She's got 18 lines to work with and under 10,000 to get. She's keeping it low, so this is good tournament strats here. There's a double, and that is going to do it. Evesy is going to chase this down. It's a 150,000 point chase down. She had failed a chase down earlier in the match, but gets it this time. And Evesy is going to hang on and stave off the reverse sweep attempt by Zro. So both players in their debuts going to a decider. It required getting to level 38 on Evesy's side to resolve it. So a good match between these two. Zro, congratulations on a good debut. I mean, a lot of times people don't even win a single game during their match in their debut, and you did amazing. So congratulations to you, Zro. You did great. Duke on the screen, of course, monitoring and approving all activity. Do you approve of this, Duke? I hope you approve. Or do we have to replay it? Because if you don't approve, then I guess Ro gets to continue, right? You have to approve all activity. Anyway, that is Duke, Ro's father, so he is here approving all activity. Okay, easy. You will be moving on, Zro. Congratulations again. Hope to see you in future events. You did amazing. And again, thanks to Duke for helping make this happen as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and run an ad real quick. And we're going to bring in our next player, and that should be, what, Critical Lapis? Who is that? Yeah, it's Critical Lapis. So let me go ahead and put this in the books, and we'll be right back. Monthly Tetris. Okay, yeah, it was a very entertaining match. Ricky Bot is correct. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to take goodbye 24. Goodbye, bud. See ya. Oh wait, I guess Duke will be approving of Critical Lapis as well. We need Duke's approval. Let me get rid of that. Duke, you must be here to approve all Critical Lapis's games as well. All right, goodbye. All right, let me refresh you. 9. All right, Critical's here. Get all this squared away. Round 2. That camera's sorted. So yeah, the kid played great. I mean, I got to imagine he's just a perennial Masters event player, like right off the bat now. Like the way he was playing. I feel like that's just obvious Masters event materials. You both smashed your qualifying scores in the set. Yes, you did. That is true. All right, 2. So yeah, after this match, I'll show you the bracket. So right now, yeah, match 10, Critical Lapis versus Evesy. The winner will play DNV at some point in the future. This is our last top 16er to determine. And we'll start getting into top 16 broadcasts, which we're actually going to do like right after this. We're going to play the Scooty versus Tristop red match. That's what we're going to do right after this. We're not doing the whole red and pink just now, but then we're going to conclude that bracket later tonight at 9:30 US Central Time. It'll be Knight versus Cobra, and then the winner of that will play whoever the winner was in just a little while of that Scooty versus Tristop. Dan V says I haven't made top 8 in over a year. Well, we'll see how it goes. And in the intervening time between that Scooty and Tristop, it's going to be a Scooty again. So Scooty fans, rejoice, because you are going to be watching this match in Tap Masters. This will be our final semifinalist, Scooty versus Dog, and this will determine who plays against Joseph Saley in the semifinals of Tap Masters, which is still going on. It's branded as July, but it's August 22nd. We're getting there. But yeah, so that will round out our semifinals. All right, that is what's happening. Good. All right, players, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you some pieces, but I need 60 seconds, and then I will be right back. Okay, so if you need to keep warming up, that's fine. but the seeds are there for when you're ready. Right back. Nika19 on YouTube says JD is cooked against Scooty or Alex. Against Scooty as a hyper tapper, I wouldn't be so sure of that. Against Alex, well, who even knows? From what we've seen from Joseph, I think a tapping match, it's pretty close. All right, players, the pieces are in the chat. Whoops, that seed is not correct. I just put a new seed in chat. That is wrong. That is not the right seed. It is, I just hit that by accident. So this is not correct. 8E1D40 is correct. And I will spam that in the chat so you know. There you go. Ricky Bot says, is Critical Lapis the good Lapis? Oh my god, Evesy, you're done. What the heck? I just smacked your camera down. Yeah, I meant to hit the seed checker and I hit the seed generator. 8E1D40. So they're both on seed. Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Event Round 2. Critical Lapis versus Evesy. The winner goes to the top 16 to face Dan V. Let us get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh my god, I got the countdown in just right after they both started. That's okay. On the left side of your screen, it is Critical Lapis. Seed number 9 earned his way directly into round 2 in virtue of his 1.5 million qualifier. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifier. Critical Lapis with a 2.27 million PB. That's a top 40 score last I checked. He's been in the monthly Masters event 4 times now, so he's just kind of started up in the in the Masters event the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, 6 to 8 months, something like that. And if he can earn his way into the top 16, that'll be his highest finish in Masters. He's looking to do that. He's a former community tournament winner. Did that in April of this year. That was community tournament tier 2. And he also played in Tap Masters, the one that is still going on, and he's finished in the top 16. You've also seen Critical Lapis at the regionals in Boston and Philadelphia this year. So kind of a relatively new player on the scene. As far as I'm concerned now, I haven't seen much. Maybe he's been playing in other leagues or things, but as far as the CTM scene, pretty new. Just coming up in the last year. And you'll have to see it. On the right side of your screen, well, not a new player in the scene, but a debut in Masters, and that is Evesy. This is the first time she's made it into the monthly Masters event. Seed number 25 defeated Zrobot in a memorable match in round number 1. Very fun match to watch as well. Just if you haven't seen it and you're watching on YouTube right now, go back and watch it. Evesy qualified into the tournament with a 1.18 million from the UK. And just in the last 36 hours, got a brand new PB of 2.034 million. So that was her first 2 million score. And she's like, you better update your graphics. And I'm like, I don't make the graphics until the day of anyway, so it doesn't matter. But thank you. Evesy, now this is her first Masters event, but she did play in Mega Masters this year, and she also won the CT UK event just a few weeks ago. Was it a few weeks? Wasn't that long ago. When did that actually happen? Was it weeks, months, couple months? I don't remember. When was it? Couple weeks, months, something like that. 3 weeks ago. There it is. So yeah, she won and took out, on her way to the victory in that, took out some very good players like Tugi, Dan V, who she's trying to get a rematch against, and SV in the finals. So, that's a legit performance for Evesy. It really seems to be coming on strong in the last, couple of months. 406 here for Critical, 361 for Evesy. You might also know Evesy as the organizer originally of the Classic Tetris Level 12 tournaments, and those are tournaments that started on Level 12. And I think Pumpy has taken on the organization of that in either the last one or the last two, I don't remember, but Pumpy heavily involved. And Evesy's like, yeah, I don't have time to organize meme tournaments. I'm trying to actually win at Tetris now, which she's doing. 421 for Evesy, 479 for Critical. If you're a good player, if you're a really good player, don't organize tournaments. Let us bad players organize the tournaments and you play in them, okay? Leave us something to do, 444 for Evesy, 505 for Critical. Yeah, leave organizing to me. And I'm not even an I'm a disorganizer, but leave it to me and King and Adam Irish. And, Mari. No, I'm just kidding. Mari. And Vince. And you guys play. We need something to do. 561 for Critical, 513 for Evesy. All right, they're both into 19 now. One line apart. Critical ahead by 40,000 points. He's going to get a Tetris. I'm kidding, Mari. That's it. I'm just kidding. I mean, Mari was the winner of the taco bracket, right? I lost to Mari in the taco bracket finals at Lone Star last year. You got the taco bracket plaque. Oh, that reminds me. I got to make my Mega Masters trophies, right? I wanted to get one for this year, and I'm like, well, I can't give one this year and not have given one for the previous years. So we're going to get, I never gave trophies for the old Mega Masters because I figured it's like, oh, it's an online tournament. You don't need a physical reminder of a online tournament. But then again, it's like the second most prestigious tournament. So I probably should have a trophy. So we're going to get trophies for all the winners of Mega Masters. And it's going to be different than the other trophies. It's going to be good. But, you know, good in my way. Not good by any objective standards, but good by my standards. 717 for Evesy, 828 for Critical. Tetris Critical 891. Evesy back by 171,000 points, but also back by, you know, when I started that sentence, back by about 10 lines. Mari says Space City is somehow the best tournament so far. I mean, the stuff I was watching in terms of the gameplay, I mean, yeah, of course, talent, very, you know, there's a lot of talent in Texas. So when we ended up not doing Lone Star, there was kind of a hole in the Texas tournament scene there. So Mari and Sharky stepping up. And Oklahoma. Yeah, I guess there's some in Oklahoma, I guess. All right, Critical is into 29 at A55. And Evesy's in at 949. About 100,000 point lead for Critical at the transition. It's got a 1.1. Oh, and Evesy, yeah, Evesy is going to top out here at 962. Critical is going to take game number 1. Tio says that's a lot of Das Masters games tomorrow. Yeah, when I woke up, like, Saturday was, or when I went to bed, Saturday was like totally empty. So I'm like, ooh, maybe I can get some stuff done. And I wake up and there's one, and I'm like, well, and then continue. Oh, there they are. It's just now Saturday full. Sue gonna be mad. All right, Critical with the mullen, but not going to mullen. All right, just going to say intentional top out. Good. Pieces are here. Sorry, headphones. No problem. You're good. Yeah, I didn't get to watch all of Space City. It was just kind of... Is there going to be an edited version? Because I think they were having some issues on site, and it just became very difficult to know when the actual matches were going to get started as they were trying to fight through those issues, which they did very valiantly, right? I mean, it's not easy. I've run events. I know how difficult it is when things are going wrong. So it's nothing against them at all, but it became hard to watch the whole broadcast like live for me because I didn't know when the next match was going to be. So but a lot of the matches I did see were definitely worth watching. That's for sure. A72, D64. Did I watch the big one, the finals? I didn't watch it. No. Predictions, mods. People have not been running predictions in a while. I don't have anything to do with predictions. I don't run them. I don't care about them. But other people like the predictions, but I feel like they have not been running. All right, looks like both players are on seed and on ready for game number 2. Critical up 1 game to none. Here is game 2. This should be on the YouTube channel soon. Yeah, I'll watch them. I'll watch them then. But yeah, I mean, they did a great job just, you know, for their first time running that kind of thing solo. I'm just saying XQC versus Scooty was kind of hype, not gonna lie. So people keep referring to XQC. XQC, the real XQC was not there, right? Don't meme on me. I want to know the real, like, what happened. No, not the real. Oh, so was somebody like dressed up or something? Or what happened? It was someone who looked like XQC. Okay. He just looked incredibly like the dude. Oh, that's funny. I'll have to go watch that. He was your college contact. Got it. I mean, that would be pretty hype if the actual XQC came in. Although, is he another one of those kind of unsavories or whatever? I don't know. I don't know what. I just feel like every super popular streamer is like an unsavory person. I don't know why I feel like that. But I'm like, oh yeah, this guy probably did something, right? He's more incomprehensible than unsavory? All right. Tetris for Critical, 237, 238 for Evesy. I have not had the best impression of any big time streamer that I've met. I've met, you know, a handful. And I'm not going to say any names, but I have not had a good impression of really any of them that I've met. Well, no, except for one. Oh, except for one. Oh, he's not a streamer, YouTuber, right? Summoning Salt. Summoning Salt is probably the best of anybody who's like big, you know, relatively big or way bigger, you know. I don't know how big he is, but he's pretty big. Summoning Salt is probably the best one. And not even if he's just a good, solid guy. But 380 for Critical, 340 for Evesy. And of course, Miles, right? Miles. Cute Pup Jesus with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, Cute Pup Jesus. Appreciate that. Rye Chessmaster with the 100 bits said, "Vandy, do you believe Z in Evesy?" Yeah, I guess I do. Thank you, Ryan. That was 12 minutes ago. I missed it. But thank you. Adam Irish with the 12-12 contribution to the prize pool says, "Long live CT12, go Evesy." 472 for Critical, 455 for Evesy. Thank you, Adam Irish. Another 1212 into the prize pool. $504 Evesy, $544 Critical. Maitre Witien just subbed on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. $640 Critical, $561 Evesy, 2 lines apart, level 19. Yeah, so unfortunately this year I'm not going to Jonas Cup, which means I'm not going to PRGE, which means I'm not going to be able to see not only Jonas Cup, but also not see Summoning Salt, because my understanding, I think I heard in his stream that he was going to have like a table. So like Summoning Salt, I think, is going to have a table at PRGE and like give out a special prize if people can beat Punch Out on their first, or beat Tyson on Mike Tyson's Punch Out on their first try. At least he said that was his idea. I don't know if he's still going to do it, but I don't want to pass misinformation. But I think he said that was an idea. $895 for Critical, $796 for Evesy. Box Meal says, Vandy, I want to ride go-karts with you. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably win. Tetris Evesy 870 Critical with the max. A18 level 25. Same line count, 150,000 point lead for Critical. It ain't about winning, it's about having fun. I haven't been to the go-karts in, God, since I was a teenager, so it's got to be like 30 years. I'm an old man. Oh, Critical Lap is bored up pretty high here. Would you have a chance of winning the prize, Vandy, beating Mike Tyson first try? Yeah, I would absolutely get it. No question. The Tyson's easy. It's just algorithmic. I mean, it's very easy to, once you know how to do it, it's very easy. But no, not in the first round, but you know, obviously second round. All right, Critical Lapis transitions in pretty high, and that left side is a problem. He's going to top out at A65, so Evesy needs to get to A66. She's at A30 now, so within a Tetris. But she's got a clean board and obviously had good chase down nerves in that Zrobot decider. That is a top out from Evesy. I did not expect that. She had a great board within one Tetris, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart, and then the hang on the left side. Oh no, what happened? Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. But that is going to be a win in game number 2 for Critical Lapis. He's going to hang on. I did not expect that. I thought we were like, all right, I'm getting ready to wrap up here game 2, and all of a sudden, what the heck? Okay, well, players, take a moment if you need it, but the pieces are here. 911773. Yeah, I haven't been to the go-karts in a million years. Where it would have been in this, I don't even know if this place exists anymore. Tewksbury, Massachusetts, the Grand Prix, and they had the go-karts outside and an arcade. That was like the arcade that I used to go to when I was a kid. Oh no, now you know my secret password hints and all that. Oh no. Doxed. Pieces are 911773. Nobody's pinned them. 911773. Can you beat Mike Tyson blindfolded? No. No. Okay, with players ready, it is game number 3. Critical is up 2-0. Evesy needs to win this one to stay in. So Evesy looking to do to Critical what happened in that first match, right? Where she was up 2 games. 2-0 over Zro. Zro came back in a decider. So she's trying to get to force a decider now and then see what happens. But if you go the distance with Tyson in Punch-Out, it's a win. Yeah, if you can... I think if you survive to the end, you'll pretty much... I don't remember the exact win conditions for Tyson for a decision, but I think it's hard not to win if you just last. But getting the round 2 Tyson at like, what is it, a minute 30 in? Is it a minute or a minute 30 in? Somewhere between there, it's like, it's pretty easy. If you know, if you get the mechanics down and you know how to do it, it's easy. Critical Lapis in trouble, and that is a top out. So the chase down target for Evesy, 78,000. So there's one Tetris. Gonna knock a triple down, 72. So she's 6,000 away. Marktris in chat says he's got a round 1 Tyson. Okay. There it is. Evesy is good in game number 3. So Critical Lapis with a gift. You have 2 round 1 Tysons. Yeah, that's a goal of mine, just a round 1 Tyson. I would as soon as I get the max out, right? So it's gonna take me like 8 years to get this max out in Tetris. So then I'll probably go over go start on the round 1 Tyson. That'll take me 8 years. Get the sub 30 in Zelda. That'll be another 8 years. But I have to decide what would be my next goal after the Tetris max out. It's either going to be Punch Out or Zelda. One of those two. FD03B4. They'll have an NES in the retirement home for us. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna be able to afford a retirement home. I'm gonna be living under an overpass. All right, game number 4. Critical versus Evesy. Have I tried single segment? I mean, I put in one. I did it like one time, just to establish a time. Double tuck there for Evesy with the T. Like, and I don't mean like I literally timed one run with no resets or anything, and it was like, like, I don't know, it was way too long. It's like 40 minutes. I have no strats. Like, I didn't execute any strats except for, little kid 1987 strats, right? So I'm like, oh, let me just put a time so I have something to beat, to play against. And then I never played again, right? But I did not try to employ any actual speedrun strats, like modern strats. 93,000 for Critical, 118 for Evesy. Mark just says, I have all 3 task ties in the 3 non-random fights. That's pretty good. So, yeah, it's got to be Glass Joe. What are the 3 non-random fights? Glass Joe, Don Flamenco 1. I don't remember the other. Oh, and Great Tiger. All right, got it. No, Hippo is random. $210 for Critical, 171 for Evesy here in game number 4. So Evesy needs to win this one to force a deciding game 5. No, Von Kaiser has randomness. Wait, are those the same fighters as in the arcade game Knockout? Well, the arcade game is Punch-Out. Or Super Punch-Out, I think. I don't know what Knockout is. Maybe it's some like off-brand, like knockoff Knockout. 310 Evesy, 284 now, 307 for Critical after a Tetris. Critical in a bit of a dig, but he's knocking it down. He opens up that right side, gets that long bar down. Tetris Critical 362, 361 for Evesy. So we are close early on. You remember Glass Joe, Mr. Brady. Okay, so you remember fighters from the arcade game. Yeah, that would just be regular Punch-Out. Critical 463, 415 for Evesy. Yes, the MPAP videos are very good. And if you're a beginner, probably do the Ouija Wii ones. $465 for Evesy, 511 critical. Critical first one into 19 at 559. Up high, though. And Evesy up a little bit high, too. Both these players having to exhibit a little survival instinct. Evesy bringing this down. Critical bringing it down, I think. Yes. Okay. So Evesy with a Tetris 571, 575 critical. We are pretty darn close. Oh, a couple of Z's from hell there for critical, so he just kind of spires him. Long bar over Tetris, critical 607. Evesy set up one row off the bottom. She's at 588. Oh, critical, I think, with a kind of a double rotation of that bar or something like that. But it's okay. It cleans up. Tetris critical 699, 628 for Evesy. Critical's having a good time. Tetris. I think that's important. Oh, critical gets a long bar over. Needed it. There's another one over. That's going to be, I think, a triple. All right, now critical ahead by 100,000 points. Ahead by 10 lines, though. So, not quite 100,000 point lead, pace-wise. Tetris critical. Evesy with a bunch of bars stacked up over on that left side. Tetris, Evesy 804. And just a, oh my God, a flurry of bars for Evesy. Can't use them for Tetrises. There's Tetris Evesy 843. It's like, game, could you spread the bars out a little bit? Just a little. Tetris for critical, he's got the max out. He's on 28, 2 lines to go until 29. He's 160, just about, almost 160,000 points ahead. Tetris Evesy, criticals in at A29 into 29. Evesy, 1 line. Oh my God, she's into 29. Tough board, gets a bar down, and now needs to bring this down. Oh no, that left side for Evesy. No, that is going to cut the board off, and Evesy's run in her Masters debut is done. And I just accidentally rhymed there, so my apologies. So Evesy, you did great. Fantastic performance in round one. Solid here, but it will be Critical taking this down and advancing to the round of 16. Congrats, Critical. Hope to see you again in future months. Evesy, seem like you have leveled up a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot bit. So I don't know. I feel like Evesy will never not be in Masters again. Is that weird? I feel like that is the case. So you did great. Shout out CTBW, Classic Tetris Biweekly. All right. Well, Critical, congrats again. You did great. You are going to face someone in the top 16. It's going to be Dan V. We will not get the Evesy Dan V rematch, but we will get Critical versus Dan V. And this is Critical's first time in the round of 16, right? Isn't this your first time in? So I think this is your deepest run in Masters so far. So congratulations to Critical. See what he can do now that he's in the top 16, but he's got to face a former Masters event winner, which is not easy, but there are a lot of them, and they're just minefields you got to get through on your way to your first deep run. So see what happens. Now, I'm not going to switch streams here. We do have another thing coming up. It's going to be Scooty versus Tristop. We're just going to do it right here. So those of you, I'm going to go ahead and delete the other stream on YouTube. Where is it? Bluetooth. I'm just going to delete that. That is being deleted. So we're just going to keep everything right here. Let's go ahead and show you the bracket now that Critical Lapis is in. And yeah, there it is. A complete round of 16. Pixel Andy versus Sunny. Dan V versus Critical. Meme versus Guafi. Cole versus Toogie. Dog versus Dangler. Neko. Wallbant. Scooty. Tristop. Knight. And Cobra. And do we have any top eighters? Yeah. Wallbant is already in to the top 8. So we've already got a top 8er. Yeah, we're just going to keep it here, Luis. Because it's all Masters, so it doesn't matter if it's all in the same stream. If there was a break between this and the next match, I would have just taken the break, but there's not going to be. So, folks, just give me a couple of minutes here just to do what I got to do. I'll set up the next match. Well, let me just do that part right now. Here, we'll get da. All right. Oh, we got rid of your hearts. 0. We got to say goodbye 9, right? Goodbye 9. And it's red, right? So it should be Scooty left. And then goodbye 25. And then is Tristop 14? Yeah. And this should be round of 16. Okay, I'm just going to take a couple of minutes here, and then we'll come back with Blue Scooty versus Tristop. All right? Good. So, yeah, probably like, I don't know, 3 minutes, something like that. I'll be back. All right, all. I am just about ready to start setting all this up. Thanks for giving me a few moments. Sue came home and I had to explain some household stuff. So let me just go ahead and get this whole deal sorted. Who is this now? So we're that's 3. Let's refresh 3, and then what's the other 14, right? Unless it got moved. Did it get moved? Because they are not live. Are they in chat? Yep. I see Scooty family. So yeah, Scooty and Tristop, if you want to go live, that would be great. I'll do a little abbreviated intro and then we'll get started. Okay, just a reminder, players, some of the rules here. Remember that we are starting on level 18. Make sure to implement your level 39 super kill screen, and we are playing with an uncapped score. We're going to use the same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. And remember, if you do experience technical issues, internet outages, OBS hangups, your PC starts doing whatever, just keep playing. Assume your game is going to count. And keep playing. Don't pause and ask if it's going to count. Yeah, just assume it is until you hear otherwise from me. And then, what else? Yeah, prizes. Remember, we do have a prize pool, everyone. Right now, it's at $525.12. And our goal, our monthly goal, it sounds like so much money, $2,000. If we get there, we're going to pay our top 8. If we don't, we're just going to pay our top 4. That's no fun. We want to pay the top 8. So remember, everybody, this is a 100% fan-funded prize pool. If you are watching right now, even if you're not a fan, we're going to call you a fan. It's up to you to support the prize pool. This whole scene, this tournament gets as big as you want it to get. Try to keep it, a good chunk of money. $2,000 for our top 8. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or YouTube. That'll bring up some links. The one that says Masters or ME. That is the right one. And click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. And you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. And once you're there, hit contribute to contribute. Any amount, 1, 5, 10, $1,474.88, whatever you got. Whatever you got. And don't forget to support the channel. You got a lot of different ways to do that over on YouTube. You got super chats and super stickers and super things, whatever. Channel memberships, gift channel memberships. Twitch, you got subs, you got bits, gift subs, Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subs, you got all that. And you also got patreon.com/Munchley Tetris. Oh my God, we should make Munchley Tetris. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of support, just like these people have done. Big shout to Scott Gray, Jay in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mila, and Jason. All right, are we still live? We're still live, right? If we're still live, somebody say grapefruit baboon. All right. Grapefruit baboon. That's actually hard to say. Grapefruit baboon. All right. Evesy says grapefruit baboon. Thank you. Grapefruit baboon. All right. Mr. Brain says yes. Banana sloth. What's up? Fireworks. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring in our players, and hopefully they are streaming, but I don't see them streaming on their alternate accounts. Vandy drops truth bomb about grapefruit baboon, revealing I'm not live. Oh my god. So just looking for a Scooty and a Trist. This is the right match and the right time, right? Scooty Tristop. You think there may have been a kerfuffle? Really? I haven't seen. Seems as though they agreed to 8 p.m. today, but it says 6 p.m. on the events. Well, you think 7? Yeah, they did. Damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to get upset. But they put the wrong time in the event. So it's actually happening at like it's happening in 1 hour and 45 minutes. That is well, that's something. Well, I made you guys wait for nothing. So, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Apparently, there was a mix-up with the scheduling. So the players are not here. You've been schedule checked, bro. Yeah.
Crytical, you just got schedule checks.
All right, well, join me in 1 hour and 45 minutes. And that is when we're gonna do this. So, and then right after that, it's gonna be a good time. Well, my apologies, everybody. I don't know how that happened, but our schedulers do a good job. I don't know. Must have been some mix-up. So basically, at 7, there's gonna be Scooty versus Tristop. That should take 1 hour, and then at 8:30, it'd be Dog versus Blue Scooty, and then after that, it'll be Knight versus Cobra, winner of Tristop versus Scooty. So join me then, and we will do it then. Again, sorry, I didn't realize. I just go by. I don't read the scheduling channels. I just go by what's in Discord events, and that's how I plan my life, actually. And there was a mix-up. So Sorry about that, everybody. We will see you in an hour and 45 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Twitch. I guess we'll... rage off somewhere. Ay, ay, ay. Let's find a Tetris stream, y'all. No, go away, Vandy. Okay, there you go. CTBW. The target channel is disabled raids. Or I can't raid CTBW. They don't want raids. Okay. So I guess we'll go to Alice Fern. Is that going on right now? Why does nothing work? Nothing is working now. All right, there we go. All right, take care, everybody. See you in an hour and 40 minutes. Sorry again for the mix-up.